Welcome, my beautiful souls, to another episode of Take Back Your Roar. This is an episode where we are going to explore the all of the magic of energy healing and self empowerment. We're going to feel the wisdom within. I am your host, Bonnie, and I am an energy healer, tarot reader, and a guide on this sacred journey of moving through our energy, understanding who we are. Today, we're going to dive into the foundation of this energetic system, which is our root chakra, where our base, where we are grounded most. This is going to help you see where you're feeling a little ungrounded. Maybe you're feeling a little financially insecure. You may be a little overwhelmed with fear. This episode is going to help you uncover where those blocks are and help you understand how this chakra is affecting your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual life. And most importantly, it's how we can bring it back into balance. Stay tuned until the end, where I'm going to guide you through a short meditation to awaken and align your root chakra. And I'm also probably going to pull some cards because I am an oracle tarot reader, and I do like to put that energy in as well, just to see where our guides like to share a little message and confirmation for everybody. Like I said, my name is Bonnie. I have been working with this energy for a very long time. Some people that may be listening to this do know, have worked with me, have experienced my energy on many different levels. But it's something that I really truly enjoy doing. I like just putting this content out, sharing, the things that I experience with other people in hopes that maybe they can help heal and release some of the blocks to move forward in in your lives. So I'm not gonna waste too much time on all of that introduction kind of stuff. I'd like to get right into what the root chakra is. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that if you're listening to this podcast, you know a little bit about your chakra system. A lot of the times, people associate chakras with seven. There's definitely way more than seven chakras. We have chakras inside of our body, outside of our body, and chakras that are all around our aura. But for the most part of everybody, we know at least somewhat about the basic seven chakras that we hold within ourselves. So I have been working with these energies for a little while now, and I'm really finding ways to share them, the ways to heal through them. And sorry, I'm just getting myself comfy because this is going to be a nice change for me to not be just like focused on reading the cards. But so anyways, the very first one, the chakra that we're going to talk about today, that we're going to work through first, is our root chakra. Like I said, this is your financial security. Your primal instincts are here. This is your primal being. This is where all of the magic happens. Like, this is where birth is. This is where things get created. This is where everything starts. And you got to think about like the roots of a tree, right? If we don't have strong roots and we don't have stable ground, we're going to have a really hard time staying planted where we are. We are going to have a hard time standing up for what we believe in. We are going to have a hard time finding the things that are going to nourish our body, much like a tree, you know? So, the root chakra in Sanskrit, and the Sanskrit is the language that they used way back in the time of the beginning of the writing of these energies and healing methods and things, because it really is like it's all these chakras are all energy centers within our body, and it's been proven for hundreds of thousands of years that pharaohs, gods work with this energy, and we're just kind of starting to step into it a little bit more now, since we can reach out. But anyway, so to go on with that, this is the first chakra in the energetic system, and it's located at the base of the spine. Okay. It's the foundation of all of our physical and emotional security. And it's an energy that's connected to the basic needs of our survival. Now, like this is, like I said before, like our stability, our food, shelter, financial independence. The root chakra governs the sense and the sense of groundedness and your connectionness to the earth. So I have noticed how I am very connected with um, the earth and the nature in nature, like the trees, the flowers, the birds, the bugs, everything. They all have some kind of a meaning when they all show up in your life. And this is a connectedness you get when you are in a state of being stable. Okay. The color of this chakra is red. I like to see it as a really vibrant kind of burgundy, deep burning, goldy red color. It's very fiery. It's very passionate. If you allow yourself and you have a moment, just kind of sit and you don't even have to do that. Just kind of, you can feel it, like just feel kind of in your pelvic area, like just below, like in where your hips are, where that little bowl of the pelvic is. That's where our root chakra is. That's where our that energy center is, sitting at the bottom. It's like sitting in that little bowl of a womb of birth, of growth, of stability, of everything that we have to create. This is a passion, and the root chakra is all about keeping that grounded so that we can continue to let that energy flow. Because when that energy is flowing, if you close your eyes and just imagine this red feeling, this like energetic pulsing feeling in this area, the base of your spine, and kind of in the pelvic bowl area, just feel it, like in the hips, I should say, not the pelvic, but behind and whatever. But just feel it, just feel the energy. It's incredible. And when this energy is in line, you can feel that passion. Okay, you feel stable. You don't have anything to worry about. You know that your bills are paid. You know that you have a home to sleep in. You know that everything is good. You know what you need to do to get things done, and you are like feeling secure and confident, and you're feeling a really good connection to yourself. Like you're feeling sexy, you're feeling good, you're looking in the mirror and you're like, yeah, like when you're getting ready, when you were 20 years old, getting ready to go to the bar. When we went to the bar in our days, I'm in my 40s, so it was a fun time. And feeling that sense of like, damn, you look good, it's that feeling. Okay. So when you feel that, that your root chakra, you are in a good place with your root chakra. It's imbalanced because you're feeling that security, and you're feeling healthy and you're feeling good. Things are like, your money is flowing well, your bills are doing good. You're not, that part of life is not something that you're having to worry about, because everything on that level is good. That is when you have a grounded um, root chakra. Now, when it's ungrounded, when it's shaky, when there's something going on, there's what we call blocks in this area, it's going to show up in two ways. It's either A, going to show up overactive, or B, it's going to show up underactive. So an overactive root chakra might make you feel overly rigid, like tense, right? You're always in wanting to control, or you're obsessed with money and security because you feel that it's not going to come. You might be struggling with fear-based thinking on being stuck in this survival mode, like of what am I going to do next? Like, where am I going to go? Like, how am I going to pay this bill? Or where am I going to live? Or where am I going to get my food from? Like, it's fight, 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 or flight, right? That's that fight, flight, fright, or fear is what's holding you back. That part is, that's when that your root chakra, there's stuff going on in that energy center. It's not good. And when you have all of that imbalance in that area, it can show up not only emotionally, but it can show up physically in your body. Like, when you have an imbalanced, underactive root chakra, you can feel very spacey. um, you can feel ungrounded. You can be anxious. Like I'm kind of wonder sometimes if mine's a little underactive, but you feel anxious or disconnected from your body, and you might experience chronic financial or physical instability. Like there's always something going on. Now, like I said, there's can be physical symptoms of this as well. Like these come in illnesses, and these can come in illnesses of lower back pain, issues with your feet, your legs, your knees, your toes, your hips. You know, you could have digestive problems, like you can have problems with like your bowels and your blood, and like it shows up in so many different ways within your body. And emotionally, it shows up with us in anxiety and fear, definitely relentlessness, or a feeling of being unsupported. So when you feel those feelings, those physical ailments start to show when you don't start to look after them. So when those feelings are coming up of being anxious or scared, and you're not addressing the issue and you're just hanging on to it, you begin to feel it in other areas of your body, which could be your knees hurting all of the time, your hips bothering you all of the time. You know, you have problems, you've been having problems, deficiencies in your blood, like that shows up in so many different ways. And it all comes, honestly, from having these emotional feelings that we don't deal with, that we just hang on to. So those are some of the ways that the root can show up, to give you signs that there's something going on. Now, you can identify these imbalances, and the first step is becoming aware. You have to become aware of what's going on around you. What is causing this feeling in your body? What is causing this tension? What is going on in your life that you're ignoring and you're not dealing with? So I have some questions. I don't know if maybe you'd like to come back after and look, or maybe I'll even put them in the comments. Um, or maybe I'll try to attach a PDF with these questions, because there's some questions you can ask yourself to see if you are imbalanced in your root chakra. So you can ask yourself if you feel often unsafe or insecure in your life. Do you feel like you always have to find a way out? Are you struggling with financial instability or a fear of losing control, not being able to be in control of it? Because let me tell you, that is a hard one. Letting go of control, of not having control over situations, is definitely one that I suffered with for a while in that area of my energetic system. And boy, still trying to still healing from that. It takes time. Like, it doesn't happen. The results can happen overnight, absolutely, 100%, but to continue them, it has to be a lifelong experience, a rest of your chapter, a rest of your story. It's the rest of the journey, right? That's part of the healing. It's going to keep showing up, but you just got to keep pushing through. Okay, so another good question is, am I disconnected from my physical body, or do I avoid physical activity? Do you make excuses? Because I don't want to say it, but I am so guilty. Like, some days I feel like going for a walk, and I throw the harnesses on the dogs and I go. Other days I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like it. I want to do this instead, or I want to do that instead. So I know physically, the when it shows up that way, it's my body telling me I need to move, and I'm just ignoring it. But that's definitely a show of imbalance. And like, if you feel like dancing, okay, if you feel like you get home from work and there's nobody else home, or even if there is somebody home and you don't care, turn on your favorite fucking song and just dance. Just listen to it, be happy, dance. If you feel like dancing to another song, dance. I'm gonna tell you, when you dance, your body is letting go, especially your root. Stomp your feet as you're dancing. Feel the beat of the music. Be in that moment. And that is releasing all of that tension that you're holding in your knees and your root and your hips. That stomping on your feet is connecting to the earth. It's being safe. It's releasing that energy. It's opening up your systems. It's opening up all your points, your acupuncture points, like your feet and your legs, especially your feet, hold so many different pressure points within your body, and when you're stomping, you're letting all of those juices, all of those um, hormones and secretions and cells and plaques and whatever, everything is moving, it's going, and you're getting your physical activity in, man. Because I'll tell you, at my age, I don't even want to say, I'm going to cut that right into my vocabulary, but it feels good. It feels good. It really does. So that's one way, I guess, to getting in the physical activity. Okay. And, yeah, so if you feel stuck or worried about anything in the future, that's where the anxiety kicks in, right? Like worrying about where you're going to get your next meal, or worrying about where you're going to get the next $20 to throw in your car to go to work tomorrow. You got to trust, because you know that you've been in this spot before, and you got to trust. You got to know that it's going to work out. Everything is going to be fine. You just got to trust and not stress, right? I understand it's not easy to not stress about things like that, because what the hell? You know what? Worst case scenario, you'll call in fucking sick, right? You got to do what you got to do, and it doesn't matter. And you can't feel guilty about that. Shit happens. Shit happens. Okay. So some ways that we can heal and balance the root chakra, like grounding practices, like I said, stomping your feet, dancing. A really good one, but you have to be very careful when you do this, is to go outside in your bare feet, even in the snow. In the snow, it re-energizes. It gets things flowing, and you can stand out there for a couple of seconds, get your tootsies a little cold, and go back in, and it's revitalizing. Walk out in your garden, garden in your bare feet, connect with the earth and somehow. But that is a really good way of opening up your senses in your root chakra. Like I said, movement, engage in physical things like yoga or dancing. There's some really good yoga poses if you're interested in doing yoga, like the mountain pose and the tree pose. I will say that I have found myself actually doing a lot of more just yoga poses. You don't have to do a whole, it's good to, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to go into a whole thing of doing half an hour of yoga. You could be standing in your kitchen once again. You could be standing in your bedroom, making your bed, or like after you make your bed, and just stand with your arms out, up and out. Stand nice and tall. Plant your feet on the ground, and then lift a foot up and hold. Because when you're doing that, you're engaging all of your muscles to keep your balance. You're going to stumble, you're going to fall. Keep doing it. Find a pose, go on the internet, find I don't know, like the tree pose, or like a warrior pose, and time yourself. Time yourself, because you know what? I was, a few years ago, I was going to the gym quite a bit, and I know why I stopped. And but I'm incorporating these things slowly back into my routine now. But I was going to the gym, and a lot of the time I would do these poses. I would spend a few minutes running and cardio, which is not something you really need, but you do, but you don't. But I was doing these poses, and I got to the point where I was doing these poses for like almost a minute with weights in my hand. And like the tonnage I was getting was like unbelievable. And it felt good. It felt good, and it wasn't strenuous. You don't need to use weights. You use your own body weight when you're standing in a yoga pose. And believe you me, it takes time to get to a minute. And but after you're done, if you chose, okay, so my challenge for you, and I'll do it for myself too. You choose 3 poses. Find 3 poses on the internet that you think that you can do fairly easily to work yourself up to a minute and holding the pose without stepping or falling over. That is a really good grounding practice for your root chakra. That is gaining balance. That is like, and when you're doing these poses, imagine that you have these roots that are grounded so far into Mother Earth. There's like, just imagine that there's this great big white ball of energy in the center of the earth, and you got these roots that are going from the bottom of your feet right down into that root earth center, and it's wrapped right around there, and you are strong and feel it through your core, right? Feel that strength through your whole body, and practice and see how long you can do it for. Okay, enough on that one. So crystals and essential oils are definitely another thing. I have stones all over my house. For the root chakra, it's like red jasper, garnet, hematite, obsidian, because of the black. It keeps it's natural, it's earth, right? Those crystals are really good to keep on hand, just to help keep you grounded, to give you that little bit of extra knowing it's there, you know some essential oils are cedar wood, because you're like being connected with the earth. Your root chakra is all about the earthy tones, the reds, the patchouli, anything that's like grounding, coming from the ground, is a good oil scent for you. Okay, getting on to our affirmations, because every chakra has like affirmations that help build. And I at first was never really one stuck on the affirmations, but they really do make a difference. I use a lot of the time, I journal a lot, I write a lot. And when I'm doing my manifesting, and when I'm doing my journaling, and kind of what I like to consider my written visual board, um, I always use these statements. And I am is such a powerful thing. Like, I know we hear it all over YouTube. If you're into these videos, which I'm assuming you probably are because you're here, and some people use them, like, don't really understand and really have experienced the growth of using I am. But it is such a powerful, uh, putting you in the present moment affirmation statement that you could ever make about yourself. So, uh, some good, maybe you might want to write these down too, and recite them to yourself when you're starting to feel a little anxious or fearful. And remember, I am safe. I trust in the process of life. I know that everything happens for a reason, and I am financially secure and grounded. You can find other affirmations, obviously, for yourself on the internet. You can find guided meditations on the affirmations. You could find so many things. Write your own, whatever it is that comes to you, as long as it is in an I am, and knowing that you're grounded and safe. That's what's important. Like I said, meditation, visualization, those are some pretty powerful um, ways of healing and regaining balance within any energy center, not just our root, but any energy center. So I, since we're kind of talking about the root chakra and some guided visual um, um, meditations, I'm going to guide you through just a short one. So if you want to just kind of get a little comfy, close your eyes. I'm not expecting you to be in a dark room, or like wherever you are. Even if you're hearing this and you're in your car, just don't close your eyes, okay? Like, just feel it in the energy centers. Just feel it in your body. You don't have to have your eyes closed to visualize. You can have your eyes wide open and see whatever you want in your mind. It's possible. Anyways, so I just want you to kind of take a minute, take a deep breath through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and just kind of like I said, give yourself that minute to just kind of relax. Know that everything's going to be okay. You are safe. You are protected. You are grounded. Now I want you to place your attention at the base of your spine, your root chakra. Imagine a vibrant red light glowing there, warming and grounding you. With each inhale, feel this red light glow brighter, stronger, more secure. With each exhale, release any fear, doubt, or tension. Allow yourself to do this a couple of times. Just feel what it feels like just to relax. Let that tension go. Know that you're safe. You are strong. Visualize roots extending from your tailbone down into the earth, anchoring you deeply into the ground. Feel the stability and support of the earth beneath you. As you breathe, silently repeat the mantra Lam or Lam. The sound of the root chakra. Inhale deeply, and on the exhale, chant Lam. Stay here for a few moments, feeling completely safe, grounded, and secure. Know that you are supported by all of the universe. When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and open your eyes. Welcome back. You know, meditation is such an easy, relaxing thing to do. And just allowing yourself that moment to kind of be in the moment is so rejuvenating. You know, you'll feel it later, trust me. If you don't, then by holy means, you need some more visualization and some more frequencies. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you know what? This is your journey. This is what you're being called to do. I'm just trying to help you along the way and guide you towards becoming aware of who you are and how to fix all of what me have created inside of ourselves over all of these years. You know, it's time for us to step into who we are and start going after what we desire. So I want to thank you all for being here with me today. And I'm really looking forward to moving through the rest of the chakra energy with you. And I want to thank you once again. I truly appreciate everybody. And I want to reconnect again on another episode, when maybe then we'll dig a little deeper either into the root or we'll move on up to the sacral. But yeah, if you found this episode helpful, like I said, don't be afraid to comment whatever comes up for you. I truly appreciate everybody, and I will get to you as soon as I can. And I want to thank you again. I'm looking forward to our next episode. Take care, my friends.